Okay, hello, it's Polish Paul VR. Welcome to the channel. We are here today to do another episode of PSVR2 showcase. We're going to talk about Vertigo 2, Project Wingman, and some PlayStation VR2 sale numbers. So let's roll the intro and let's get started. So here in the background, I've got my gameplay from Project Wingman on the PC, what I captured some time ago. Super cool game. So I really wanted to talk about it. Let's say speak about the latest info, what we know so far. This is a game show. This is of course not my daily news video, but in the game show I want to present you with the games that you're all waiting for and give you the most up-to-date information about them. Also, we're gonna talk about Vertigo 2, like about the studio, what's gonna port it. It's a solo developer, game, but very, very impressive. And also the Spain. Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about Spain because we've got some PSVR2 sale numbers from Spain, not just from the launch, but how they going up until now. So that can give us indication how is PlayStation VR2 doing. Also, I would like to give big shout out to all the patrons. You can see the patrons scrolling down there at the bottom. So I appreciate your support. You are super awesome and that's great. And also let's welcome some people in chat appearing. We got Carl today. Paul has for us freshest PSVR news in the village. Oh man, I didn't say this for so long. Freshest PSVR news in the village. That was a long time since I said that. It will be freshest PSVR 2 news in the village now. Russell Blunt, Russell Blunt. Ayob, hey Paul, he says hello, how it's going? Thanks for watching and tuning in. If I could ask everyone who's watching and who's here, hover your thumb, your finger on the like button. If you press a like, it helps helps the stream reach more people basically. The chat, okay. Dan G, thank you for all the news updates. I'm really looking forward to a good flying game. Yeah, so Project Wingman is happening, sadly still we don't know when, so I can give you release day today. We've got Aces of Thunder to wait for as well. I need to correct myself. I can't remember when I said it's gonna be free to play. Of course the developer said it will be distributed on a paid model, so I'm assuming it's not gonna be as microtransaction heavy as the, War Thunder. Yeah, and what other flying game we've got? Oh yeah, Ultra Wings 2. That's pretty cool. More on a cartoonish side, but first one was nice, and second one is pretty cool as well. Hello, Jason. Hey, don't forget that like. It may not seem like a big deal, but it helps reach more people. That's for sure, yeah, so I would appreciate everyone who could just press it. Grim Woody, hello, and Amnesia Pete, hello as well. Welcome back, everyone, back to the show. So today, before I start, also I want to show you, I've got a little package from Perp Games, only small. So I was thinking I share it. I not opened it yet. I don't know how well you can see it, but basically this is from VR Skater. And it's a little skateboard. I'm not gonna open it yet, but at the back it shows you here. It even comes with a tiny screwdriver. Try to like zoom in here. So you can kind of fit it all by yourself if you want to. Same with rubber wheels and everything. So that's what appeared in my mail today, a little package from Perp Games. Of course, VR Skater got delayed, I spoke about it yesterday, but I'm still looking forward to this game. This is gonna stay in my YouTube studio here. You know what, I might just play with it for a bit. This used to be a thing, anyone remembers? When we used to jump the skateboard with our fingers, if anyone ever did it. I don't know how my fingers are, hopefully still good fingers. Anyway, so yeah, a nice little package. So I just wanted to show it, as I always appreciate little things like that, and I like it. It's nice, it's cool. Cannot wait for VR Skater as well. Hopefully it will happen very, very soon. Right, so I've done today's news video as well earlier on. If any of you saw it, I spoke about Hello Neighbor had an update, so that was nice. What else? I Wow, my memory, seriously, I forgot. So what you got, Michael, looks gorgeous compared to what I fly in VR Air Brigade. VR Air Brigade, I don't know that one. What else you got? Jason, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we're talking about the skateboard. Oh yeah, Russell Brand. Squadrons should have been ported. Nice with flying game for sure. Google Glass, hello, a long friend of the channel since the 2017, I think. Any update on Farpoint sequel? Sadly, nothing. The last time we heard from the developers, they've done Larsen out. I think they was employing some people for new game. I need to look into it, and I try to speak about it in the future. But definitely Farpoint sequel would be awesome. Oh wow, the mission, that's another mission from Project Wingman. They always had nice lighting in this game. Super cool game. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that one, but anyway, let's get started. We begin from Vertigo 2 today. So what's happening with here is, I can't get myself organized here. So here we are on the Twitter page of Entalto Studios, and this is the studio who brought us. It's kind of come out from like a little studio. I think that was part of PlayStation Talents, their game Neon Hat, if anyone of you remember. That's come out a bit late to PlayStation lifespan. A little game, but highly appreciated by many people. Oh, I don't know, I'm not following them. Not so long ago, well, on 10th of June, they introduced themselves, they've, let's say, upgraded themselves to Entalto Publishing, which is nice. But then that leads us to another story. This is the screenshot from Vertigo. So this studio, they actually gonna work on PSVR port. So it's not the studio who's done it. The dude who's done it was one developer's job. Here, there he is, Zach. I can't say his name. So he's done it, but the Entalto gonna port it. So what they said is, we can say it now, can't we? We incredibly proud to announce that we team up with Perp Games to bring Vertigo 2 to PSVR 2. Mr. Zulubo already made the masterpiece. Now it's our turn to do a proper port. See you in the depths of Quantum Reactor. So yeah, hopefully they will deliver on a port. I mean, the art from the game looks great. The developer spoke that they're gonna add level editor and all other stuff, so that's going to be pretty cool. Greenwoody would love to see Il2 Sturmovik make a port to PSVR 2. You know what? I've got this game on PC. I tried to play it, and I think when it comes to the realistic flight sims, I'm not good. I wasn't good at it at all. But I've got it, and it looks great. Cool game. I'm a fan of the arcade ones. Your like your Project Wingman and stuff. Right. So, like Ace Combat as well. Now I want to talk a bit more about the Vertigo 2. We're gonna go to the Steam. I'm gonna leave this footage here. They've got demo on Steam as well. I doubt we're gonna get demo on PSVR 2 though. But who knows? I know the publishing demos on PSVR 2 is a bit more expensive, I think, for the developers. This footage looks cool from the game here on Steam. But that's not what I want to talk about. So what's happened here is I wanted to talk about why this game is a big deal, and as you can see, the reviews, and even the recent ones, all of them are very positive. Now, PC VR games, unless they are Blade and Sorcery, Beat Saber, Half-Life Alyx, Gorilla Tag maybe now, they don't really get many reviews because they get forgotten pretty fast. But as you can see, this one got 1,200 reviews, which is good, but I wanted to mention it as well because all of the reviews are overwhelmingly, I can't say this word, positive. So as you can see, 96% of all the users of this game gave it a positive review, which is pretty cool for a VR game. So we are here for a very nice treat. So yeah, and nice to see that they got another studio working on it. so the developer can have rest and add stuff what he needs. And this is the studio what of course knows PSVR2 and PSVR1, so hopefully the port will deliver. Now let's maybe check out the trailer again from Vertigo 2. I want to see it again because it was pretty cool. So we might as well have a look. I'm gonna play it. So this is the Perp Game Showcase. Oh look, VR Skater. We're gonna go to the end. So that's the trailer. And the developer gave us nice update.
Critical acclaim. Today, I'm excited to announce Vertigo 2 will be coming to the PlayStation VR2.
That was a great announcement. I remember doing the news video about it, a couple of days ago when it got first announced. And I really got excited. And months ago, I spoke about this game as well, because the developer had been hinting on PSVR2 version, and look at that. It's happening now.
Friends, and have to defeat some terrifying enemies as you try to find a way home. And if the campaign leaves you wanting more, I've got a very special update in the works. An in-VR level editor lets you create your own adventures and share them with the world. Build on top of an iconic environment from the game.
So we can see the footage actually, even though it's going to PSVR2, I see Valve Index controllers, Knuckle controllers, so I think it's still PC version footage though.
But that's not all. 3 alternate playable characters will be unlocked after beating the game, each with unique abilities that change the game dramatically. Play as a levitating gremlin with magic attacks. Turn the game into a boomer shooter with old-school ammo pickups and accelerated movement. Or play as an advanced combat drone with a holographic HUD, minimap, and damage statistics. All of this will be included in a free update to the game later this year. It's my send-off to Vertigo 2, making it a game you'll truly be able to enjoy for years to come. Now, back to PlayStation VR 2. I partnered with Perp Games, who have an impressive track record of PSVR 2 titles, to make this port happen. We're aiming for a digital and physical release later this year. Vertigo 2 is a labor of love for me, and I'm excited for more people to get to experience it. Thanks for watching, and head to zulubo.com/vertigo2 for more information.
Nice. Such a nice announcement. So yeah, physical. I wonder if Perp Games gonna do physical at the same time as digital. Or maybe it's gonna be, as it sometimes happens, digital comes out first, and then we get physical. Anyway, so that was that. Oh, the chat sometimes updates so randomly. Vertigo 2 might be the best PC VR game since Half-Life Alyx, said Rob Smith. I was so tempted to buy it when it's released, but I was thinking, right, PSVR 2 is here, they are hinting something, so I waited, but I definitely cannot wait to play it. It looks so good. So I'm assuming Rob played it. Carl Parker, and that's it, bye. I didn't say that for a while as well. Russell Bland, do you still plan to stream Paul? I'm gonna stream some games. We didn't have that many releases. Friday I might not do game show, and maybe finally I stream Switchback, maybe update. Now I was going to have streams like without comments, but I think I'm gonna keep comments. I've done the show so I can interact with everyone and then have no comments on live streams. But maybe, you know what, I'm gonna get myself an earpiece and still do it with the comments. I'm still kind of don't know how to go about the streaming. Because of course I like, maybe it's less distracting for me when I've got comments on the screen in front of me instead of read to me through the auto reading thing. So I don't know, we see. Right, when do you think we finally get to run our PSVR2 on PCVR? I don't know, I spoke about it yesterday I think, and they are so close, so I cannot wait. As soon as the driver is out I will buy it, because I use my Quest for the PCVR, but Quest is so uncomfy and so heavy. PSVR2 is awesome, and to just play all the PCVR games awesomely. So yeah, I cannot wait for this driver to come out. So that's caught up with the comments. So that was Vertigo 2. Now another story. Ace Diaz, hey Paul, can you get in touch with Zero Caliber developers, please? I can message them. I don't know if they're gonna reply. They hinting something for tomorrow morning. I spoke about Zero Caliber yesterday. They hinting that something might happen to have their eyes peeled. I'm at work tomorrow, but I'll be doing video as soon as I come back. Firewall 0 hour profile. Hello, welcome to the show. Wow, then I just looking at the screenshots from Vertigo, they looking so good. So now I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna talk a bit about Project Wingman and just let's see what's happening with this game. So as you know, in February this appeared on PlayStation blog. Project Wingman, yourself with the, that you might be familiar yourself with the VR glasses similar to Ace Combat. Expect that you climb into the cockpit, become a fighter pilot and assert yourself in fast-paced dogfights or attack various ground targets in Scorch World. More than 20 jet planes and around 40 individual weapons ensure sufficient variety. That's true, and I think there's over 20 missions as well, and some of the set pieces in this game are pretty incredible, so I'm definitely waiting for it. Now, I'm bringing it up because the developers was very quiet about it, and they still are. It's kind of got leaked. Grimwoody, hello. I see you getting excited here about Project Wingman. But yeah, if you had to choose between Il2 Sturmovik, what you want on PSVR2 as well, or Project Wingman, which one, if you could choose only one, which one would it be? So Il2, if somebody don't have PC, it's a PC VR flying sim. Very kind of realistic, while Project Wingman is Ace Combat style. So anyway, of course, I want to bring this up here just to speak a bit about the developer. Just so you know maybe why they are so quiet and maybe why it takes so long. So this is the studio, and basically the game is done just like Vertigo 2, pretty much by just one person. And then you've got writer and producer here, and the composer for the music, and that's pretty much it. So very small studio, pretty big achievement to what they managed to achieve with Project Wingman, but maybe that's why we don't see much. Saying that, they said on Twitter that they're working on stuff. That was a while ago. Also they showed us the best explosion I ever saw in video game. Maybe even in VR, I'm gonna play it in a second. So back last year, at the end of last year, they said melting GPUs, testing out some dynamic cloud masking with some of the bigger explosions. It's also fully dynamic in terms of size and location, and this is quite big here. We working on a lot of things, so this is maybe was a bit of a tease towards that they working on PSVR2 version. As they said, they working on a lot of things. Now I try to find out more about this PlayStation blog post, what announced Project Wingman, because of course that was announced on the PlayStation Germany's blog, and then it's got deleted. But when I've been speaking to the developers, different developers, not of Project Wingman. Basically, those blog posts, sometimes I written months in advance, so maybe it was too late to kind of retract it. This game was on the Game Pass, but then it got removed, I don't know, end of last year, beginning of this year. So, you know, it's coming to other platforms. Grimwoody, Il2 or any World War II flight sim, to be honest, VR is at its best in sims, in my opinions. I think, yeah, and I think cockpit games for virtual reality, this is like much made in heaven. That's why I like Project Wingman and probably Ace Combat as well so much. And we don't have enough of them. Definitely we should get more. Where are they? Where are those games? They need to come out faster. So yeah. Now, coming back to this Project Wingman, I want to show you this footage, what they've been working on as well, and that looks pretty cool. So this is all dynamic. So I hope you can see it online. This is basically like an atomic bomb explosion, but imagine seeing that in VR from the top, all the dynamic clouds and everything. Now they did say they melt in GPUs, so it uses a lot of resources, but how cool this look. It's all rendered in real time as well. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah, let's have a look again. I saw this video so many times. I love it, how they done it. And they've got some VR footage as well on their Twitter, so we're gonna look at that in a second. Yeah, that just looks great. Imagine seeing this in virtual reality. I would love that. Anyway, they said here, I'll never forget how cool VR footage ends up looking. Stress testing improved lightning scenarios via randomization. In this case, it's Red Sea with Sirens of Defeat weather. I think it's from one of mission I played. So fast as well, this game, when you play in VR. So this is a nice VR footage here. Because you can see just, well, in VR, you know how good it plays. Just great. So yeah, Project Wingman still coming. The developers are not very active, but like I said, like I showed you here, it's a super small studio, 3 people, but I think just one developer. Then you've got producer and writer. Yeah, so really small team. So I don't think we can expect. Oh, yeah, because of course I've got my screen here as always in wrong place. Yeah, so this is the whole team, 3 people. A good chopper scene too. Yeah, we could do that one. I think years ago there was this game called just Helicopter Simulator, what the developer been planning to bring it to Twitter, but somehow it's never happened. So I don't know what's happened to that one. Okay, now moving on to the final story. We're gonna talk about how PSVR2 sales, how it's going. So we got information from Spain, because down there, for a short while, they've had €100 off, and it's sold well apparently. So now we know that the price is definitely an issue for many people. But anyway, let's go. PlayStation, the price reduction triggers the sale of PS5 in Spain. PSVR2 stagnates at 200 weekly units, but of course that's just one country in Spain. But we're gonna talk about it, because maybe it is something what we should worry about, or maybe we not, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, that's 100 discount was PS5s, okay, so I got confused myself, but I want to talk about PSVR2. So, sales of the PSVR2 headset, whose price has not changed since launch, has stabilized at around 2,000 units per week. So that's from Spain, 2,000 units, 200. I'm assuming similar size, I don't know, France, Germany, Europe, so I just wild guess. I reckon like in Europe, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 units a week, if not less. Then you've got Americas and that. But also don't forget the PSVR2 is still not released everywhere. I think in India it's still not out. People still waiting for it in India, and it's not happening. So there's still some countries, you know, to come around. But I've heard any recent news on Samurai Slaughterhouse. No, I didn't actually. Yeah, what's happening? It's got announced for PSVR2. Was there even plans for it to be launch title at one point? I don't know. I might message developer and see what's happening, because that's a cool game as well. Now coming back to here. So, from January 1st, 2023 to July 9th, last day of which we have data, so last week, 210,000 PS5 consoles being sold behind Nintendo Switch, blah blah blah. The PlayStation VR2 viewer was launched, it's translated from Spanish, so the wording might be different a bit, was launched at the end of February, and 14,000 Spaniards had purchased in the absence of last week data. So for one country, you know, it's not that great of a number, let's think. But anyway, when it comes to the adoption rate, that gives us indication as well. In our country, 6.6% of PS5 owners are also PSVR2 owners, a figure similar to PS4 and PSVR1. So it looks to me, at least, that adoption rate hit that ceiling of somewhere around 10% owners will own it. So of course, the more PS5 is sold, the more PSVR2 will be sold as well. Sales of PlayStation VR2 were high for the first week in Spain and in the rest of the world, to Sony's satisfaction. However, at least here at home, they have been going down. So this is the data and the numbers, so of course from when the PSVR2 released, and as you can see, each month slightly gone lower and lower. Maybe they plateaued now, this May and June, I don't know, we're gonna have to have a see. It would be nice to have data from the entire world, but I can go by whatever I can find online. So this is the data that is accurate. So yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, any new stuff, like any new game, you know, the game, people will buy it, and then it will slowly stop being saying fast, but saying that some hardware, if people really want it, like PS5, everyone will be buying it. So what I would like to see with PSVR2 is definitely Sony announcing some big hitters again. I know we've got some cool games coming. We've got Resident Evil 4, Firewall Ultra, that's going to be a system seller. Bulletstorm VR is coming, Green Hell VR, Project Wingman, which I spoke about today, Vertigo 2, which I spoke about today. There's a lot of really cool games in the development, but we need some maybe more recognizable titles. Something like Sony did with GT7 and Resident Evil Village. If you look at Resident Evil Village, how photorealistic it looks. So we need something like that, something well known. But anyway, hopefully, for some reason, we all seem to think that PSVR 2 had a soft launch, because of course how quiet Sony was and everything. I don't know. I don't know what's happened with PSVR 2 launch and why Sony not promoting it so good. But I'm hoping now that the Microsoft situation was sorted out. I read that a lot, that Sony was kind of quieter about stuff what they working on to not look too good. Because they've been trying to stop Microsoft buying Activision, which of course is going ahead now. I think there will be one more appeal, I don't know. But Sony already signed the deal that Call of Duty stays on PS5 for 10 years, I think. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. So maybe now if that's out of way, Sony gonna pull out the big guns out when it comes to PSVR 2 and also PS5. And as we know, for the research and the development, they got like over $2 billion, and mostly they're gonna spend it on cloud gaming and virtual reality, like I spoke about it on my other PSVR 2 game show. And that concludes today's game show. So I was trying to keep it at around half hour. So thanks to everyone who's commented. Thanks for everyone who's been watching. And thanks for everyone who pressed a like. I super appreciate it. You are awesome. So that's great. I like you. Thank you. So tomorrow, I don't know if there'll be show or not. If it is, then of course the chat's updates really slow today. Don't know why. Then yeah, I don't know if I got something to talk about tomorrow. I'm gonna try. So thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone who popped in. You are all awesome. I appreciate it. And I see you all. Well, I do news video tomorrow, and I try to do game show. We see if there's any cool stories worth mentioning. But for today, that's it. See you later. Bye. I see you soon. Bye.